Welcome to Homestand Studios. This is 3 in the Key podcast. I'm your host, Noor Zainab. Next to the J Unit, they're always here. Jelani Goodridge-Reid and Justin Pooni. And the NBA. I don't need your ad libs. The NBA.
All right.
Because
Sorry, that's Travis Scott right there.
you think you would tell one to stop, but the other one thinks that's like his cue to go and be more.
That's right.
There's two of them. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Double the trouble,
Life
but double
sucks,
the fun.
man.
Jeez.
No, this is double the hell over here. But you know who
Cap.
else is in
Cap,
hell
you
right
love it.
now? You know who else is in hell right now, you guys?
Sean Marks?
You think you're funny? You're not funny. Give me let me set this up properly. The other people who are in hell right now with me, Noor Zainab, I feel anybody out there suffering because I'm suffering in this room. But I think Brooklyn Nets fans get where I'm coming from.
Uh-oh.
Right?
All
Brooklyn Nets
25
fans.
of them?
How is it? They're one of the biggest markets in the league. You want to say that
They
again?
have one of the smallest season ticket holders.
Doesn't matter. It's because it's just picking up. It's just picking up. And you know what's going to happen, though, to those season ticket holders? They're going to go down now.
Yeah.
They're going down because Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie, what happened with Kyrie? I don't know.
You had no idea? You guys don't know?
I don't know.
You guys
What
don't know?
happened? Noor?
I'm
Guys.
unfamiliar with Kyrie's game.
It hurts being prepared here. But, guys, an hour ago, not even 2 hours ago, an hour ago,
We're obviously
Shams.
lying right now.
We
know what's
I'm
up.
not living under a rock.
Justin couldn't like bear the thought of people not
I
knowing.
don't think
He was
they
like,
thought-
he's like,
He thought that people thought that.
I don't know. People,
know
people are
that
idiots
meme?
online. I don't know.
You know that meme of the kid sitting there with the vein pop and just is like, I know this, I knew this, let me say it.
I'm the one who broke this news to everybody in the studio.
No, you didn't.
Cap,
I
I
did.
saw
No,
it
you
on my
didn't. No,
Twitter
you didn't.
before.
You
Well, you
didn't.
didn't. I
You guys,
announced
it doesn't matter who saw it
Okay.
first. It doesn't matter who saw it first.
This guy's
It's
trying to be
happening.
Shams so
I
bad.
know.
He wants to be Shams so bad.
There's only one brown guy, Shams, out there, and that's
Nah, man,
Shams.
there's
It's
enough-
not you.
yo, brown
okay?
people can stand up. Brown people, we
guy
gotta
thought-
love each
Hell
other.
yeah.
This
Hell
guy
yeah.
was scared knowing that people thought he would know.
I don't know, man. There's people out there that are trying to tear us down, bro, because they hate us because they ain't us.
What,
Nor
all-
just give us the
all,
news,
all
please.
10 of them?
Give us-
Just
What's the
say it.
news?
You're getting in my way of saying it. Thank you. Quiet on the set, please. Okay? Guys, I need your utmost attention for this, okay? Because for like the 10th time this year, this month, it feels like Kyrie Irving is demanding a trade away from the Brooklyn Nets. Da, 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 da. And this comes in the wake of Kevin Durant being injured and out. The Nets trying to figure out what they look like without Kevin Durant. They just lost to the Celtics the other day. So you gotta wonder, where is this coming from? Because at the same time, it seemed like their problem was Steve Nash. They got rid of Steve Nash, brought in Jacques Vaughn. They were doing they went on like 15-game winning streak or something like that.
They were winning a lot of games.
They were doing fantastic. Maybe that's also with the addition of having Kevin Durant on your team makes sense. But in the midst of him being out, in the midst of the Brooklyn Nets suffering without him, now Kyrie Irving wants to leave the Brooklyn Nets. Why?
Well, in Shams' tweet, he said he wants to be traded or he's going to leave in free agency, right? And I think that all comes back to Kyrie wants that that max contract this offseason, right? And I think the writing's on the wall after last year that Brooklyn was not going to give him that deal that he wants, right? And that's why he wanted out, right? And I think Kevin Durant probably knows what's up. And I think Kevin Durant, there's going to be another shoe to drop eventually with him.
Yeah, we'll see.
And to me, I thought because Kyrie was quiet, he's been quiet for a while, right? I'm like, okay, maybe he's happy, right? And the Nets, they're fourth place in the Eastern Conference
They're
right now,
winning.
right? They're 31-20, I believe. Yeah, 31-20. Ben Simmons hasn't really done nothing, right? But Kyrie's playing really well. He's an all-star game starter for a reason, right? He's having a very, very good season.
Yep.
And it was crazy because I talked about it the other day with you. Remember I asked the question, like, Kyrie's like kind of repaired his image.
Yeah, it's true.
right?
Yeah, you asked me.
I
that.
am like, Kyrie's been quiet a lot, really quiet of late. Like maybe his image is
But I
getting
had a
repaired.
feeling like
And
he
then
can't
bang!
be quiet this long.
He
You know
couldn't be quiet this long. And now Kyrie wants out of Brooklyn. He wants that deal. And LeBron James, I'm looking right at you, my friend. Do the right thing. Reunite with Kyrie Irving in LA.
Need it.
Need it.
Kyrie Irving, you are a Los Angeles Laker.
You.
I need it. It's either that or Miami. Those are the two teams.
Well,
I
they're
see.
saying Dallas will
We'll
be the
see
other
what
team.
Dallas does, but yeah, this is definitely for the contract, like you said, and what the reports are saying. Because yes, a lot of people right now are like, why did he request out? Why did He wanted that guaranteed money. A massive amount of guaranteed money. I almost said the Knicks. The Nets feel like, you know what? No, we don't feel like we should be giving that to you. We don't really trust you. And that's the thing. You trust Kyrie Irving, right? If you're a team right now, so after this news drops, if you're a team out there, do you trust Kyrie Irving in your locker room? Do you trust Kyrie Irving with your squad? Maybe on the court, right? Because he's been balling, but the team is more than just what goes on.
That's why the Lakers are the perfect position.
And I was about to say
LeBron
why.
Can,
yes, LeBron was the only one that put him into shape. What we saw in Cleveland. Since then, it's been a circus. It's been a circus.
Imagine this. Okay? Imagine this. Hypothetical because I want to hear your opinion too, Noor. Kyrie lobs to LeBron as he breaks Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time points.
Holy smokes.
Oh my God! Everything got to come back to LeBron. Everything has to come back to LeBron.
I know. I want them to be honest. I want them to trade him right now so that when LeBron breaks the record, Kyrie's on that squad playing with them. You know what I mean? Like, that would be a lot of fun.
But why in the world would LeBron want to go back to someone who he had to deal so much with?
Because they made so much magic on the court together.
Oh, for sure, that makes sense. But in the midst of them making that magic, Kyrie Irving was still throwing tantrums to the point where Kyrie Irving left, right? He left LeBron. And then LeBron had to carry the load himself. He did that against the Warriors. But then we saw Kyrie Irving go to the Boston Celtics. What happened with them? He shit the bed there. And I think the thing with Kyrie there, too, is it's not just about, he clearly is a talented, gifted player, one of the best point guards we've seen, one of the best shooters that we've seen. The way he can make his own shot is the most beautiful thing on the court out there any given night if he's playing. But his problem is that he burns bridges wherever he goes. You burn bridges. And if you're going to be in the locker room with the front office with those people, now looking at the league, the rest of the league, they're watching him say for the 50th time this season that I want to leave. And who in their right mind is like, yeah, this guy's stable enough to let me bring him on my squad?
Yeah, that's a big question you got to ask yourselves. And now let me just touch on the Nets. This is the biggest disappointment in NBA history.
That discourse is back.
Seriously.
Yeah, it is.
You look at the fact that they had that big three. Okay, for 2 seconds, right? We didn't even get to see
half a second.
Half a millisecond. We didn't even get to see it.
Yeah.
Harden, KD, Kyrie. Are you telling me you don't even make a conference final?
They couldn't even.
This is the biggest collapse. Okay, because you're talking about the expectations when those guys join each other, when KD and Kyrie join each other. You're like, okay, they're gonna meet the Warriors in the finals, right? Or meet somebody in the finals.
We thought that was gonna happen this year.
Yeah, and time after time after time, there's just something that pops up. There's something. There's a trade request. There's something on social media. There's the owner, Joe Tsai, coming out on Twitter, coming after Kyrie for something, some foolishness. Then there's Kyrie sitting out. There's a vaccine. We didn't plan for no COVID. I understand that. But he's always tired. But since
Bro, man, it's tough.
We'll be talking, and all you see is. And I'm like, do you respect us?
I do, man.
If this guy was in class, bro, the teacher would be Justin. Wake up, please.
Justin, answer this question I just asked, and he's gonna be put on the spot.
The answer's Kyrie Irving, teacher.
Okay, good stuff. But yeah, no, I'm talking about. I've never seen a team have so many opportunities to prove something, to do something. And they had so many high expectations year after year since these guys joined each other. And they were not even close to meeting them.
Yep.
Okay? So for me, if you're asking me right now, the Nets, these Nets of whatever year you want to start, 2020 through now, biggest disappointment I've ever seen. Okay? And I saw a tweet. I agree. I can't wait for this 30 for 30 to come out about this era. I'll be in it. Justin will be in it. Noor will be in it. Because
why am I last?
Noor will be in it. Justin will be in it. Jelani will be in it. I have not. I just can't believe how bad it's gotten. They should have done something by now. Biggest disappointment.
It's the prime example as to how a team cannot win on paper.
I've been saying this about the Nets for years.
You can have the best team on paper, right? But if the egos and personalities don't mesh.
Because the thing with them,
this team.
they just threw them together, expected a title. That doesn't work in the NBA.
Yeah.
Sorry. Look at the past champions.
And you know what? It can work, but it's a matter of who are the guys that you're trying to bring on. And we've seen
a lot of ego.
We've seen Kevin Durant and we've seen Kyrie Irving, both very vocal opinionated and sometimes maybe sensitive players, right? Who are always trying to get their opinion across, like get their point across, which is fine. It's no problem. But the matter at hand is now you are not considered as someone. You are one of the greatest players out there, right? KD and Kyrie, one of the greatest players in current day
Top
basketball.
5 most skilled players of all time.
Absolutely. And yeah, Kevin Durant goes down in history. But the problem with them is teams aren't just looking at you in terms of what's your product on the court. They know that both these guys individually or together are not leaders. And we've seen that happen with them time and time and time again. For them, they come first. The team comes after. The franchise comes after. The fans come last. Like, they're going to be, absolutely ridiculed for everything. But for both of them, and I've always been saying this too the entire season, that those two and the Brooklyn Nets together is a prime example of why you have to make sure that your locker room is intact. You have a leader there who demands a voice, who demands respect as well, and who has the ability to put people into their place. And when you have guys like Kyrie and Kevin, who again, great players, but they don't have that locker room mentality. They're not really leaders. And we've seen them team hop, and there's been problems within every single team they've gone to, has there not? Like we had the same exact team. Sorry, Kevin had the same amazing team with the top 3 when he was with OKC. Not much happened there. So what did he do? He went to the Warriors to win the easiest.
The finals with OKC though.
No, of course, but like it was the choice he made after that also reflected who he is as a person, right? So it was like, I'm not saying he's a bad person, but I'm just saying these decisions come into play that way, where it's like you were up 3-1, you lose to them, but now your mentality is, let me go join them. Like that was the weakest move in sports history. Let's just be honest about that. Was it not one of the weakest moves in sports history?
It's a fact.
Easily.
But what does Kevin Durant do now?
But this is what's happening right now, right? Now Kevin Durant and Kyrie want to lead their own team, but it's being proven to you in front of your eyes that these guys can't lead. Like, they're not able to lead.
I mean, the teams that Kyrie wants to go to, he came with a list, didn't he, in the summertime?
I can't remember who was on it.
It was like the Lakers, the Bucks, the Mavericks.
Were the Heat on there?
I think so too, right? But all those teams that he had mentioned were teams that already had a guy.
Established guy.
The guy that's his team, right? And I think Kyrie and Kyrie said himself after, he left Boston, talked about how I handled the LeBron situation bad. I didn't understand, right? I was a young kid and I didn't understand what it took to be a leader. And he actually called LeBron, and that's how they kind of reconnected and rekindled their bond, right?
Well, you know what happens in a relationship? You look at the person and their patterns. So you're thinking to yourself, okay, he's telling me he changed. He's coming back for me. He wants me again. But let me see how he's handling his life outside of that, right? And unfortunately, Kyrie still has the same patterns of having trouble with his next player as he does right now. Whether that be the team, whether that be the players, he still has the same pattern happening over and over again. He can say apologize to LeBron, but is LeBron going to go back to his toxic ex?
He just gassed up LeBron the other day in the press conference. He was talking about LeBron and then how much he means to the game.
Of course. He knows that's his next chance to win a championship. He wants to do it.
Look, when I look at Kyrie, right? He, like we mentioned before, what he can do on a basketball court, very few or any people can do what he does.
That's tandem.
That's what's so annoying.
I think with LeBron, him, AD,
if healthy,
goodness sake, I think this could be the thing that Rob Pelinka might need to squeeze. And LeBron's always going to push for it.
This is their best opportunity to bring in an established superstar.
Here's the thing, though. It's not going to cost you that much because, again,
he wants out
already.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
This is their shot.
Everybody knows he's going to leave in the summertime anyway.
Lakers fans have been saying, yo, Genie, yo, Rob, do something. This is their best opportunity to do something.
This means Fred VanVleet is staying in Toronto.
Okay, relax.
Right?
I think he's saying this too right now because he knows that he's actually taking his own value, so that whatever Lakers have to, Lakers don't have much to offer. They can't give away much to begin with, right?
First-round picks.
That's pretty much it.
And at this point, just trade the picks, okay? Not every pick pans out anyway.
So he's bringing his value down to make sure the Lakers are in a good spot to ask for him, because they could just be like, oh, if you don't want to give him now, he'll come to us in the summertime.
I just thought of the greatest hypothetical of all time.
You don't listen to me when I'm saying. No, it's all good.
I'm listening to you.
I talk for decoration.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you don't get it.
Not true.
No, but I agree with everything you said about Kyrie and LeBron and all that stuff. But I want to ask you guys this question.
Of course, you would die to ask it.
Lakers Nets finals. KD Russ versus LeBron and Kyrie.
That's what we've been wanting for years. That one edit with all of them. I want that, but
it's gonna be Jason Tatum. Sorry, guys.
Tatum?
Nah.
Yes.
Giannis. But real quick on KD, I wonder what he's thinking right now.
Yeah, what do you
because
think?
He understands, yes, Kyrie wants that contract and stuff like that. So that's basically why this request is there. But I left Golden State. And I expected this to be a smoother ride.
Yeah.
You know, with my new destination.
Yeah.
I expected to at least have more successful playoff runs with my new destination.
Mm-hmm.
And it has not happened yet. So I'm like, is Kevin Durant thinking about, man, did I make a mistake by, believing in Kyrie?
Yeah.
Because remember, Kyrie, outside of this trade request, he has a laundry list of things that have hurt the Nets over the years. So, and KD, he's been balling. When he's out there, he still delivers, right? So he's like, so I'm wondering, is he like, man, my career arc could have been a lot different in this part of my career. Could have been a lot different.
I think Noor said it perfectly when she was talking about the relationships and how you see the patterns, right? And I think Kevin Durant kind of realized the writing was on the wall that the pattern of Kyrie Irving is he's very flaky.
Yeah.
And he'll never come out and say it because they're boys, but I'm sure Kevin Durant, deep down inside his heart, regrets.
He's probably pissed
this
right
decision.
now, man.
Oh, he's got to. If you don't, I'm questioning your decision making skills. If at this point, right? Like, and that's my thing for them because it's like both these guys. They left their respective teams because they wanted to make their own team. That was the whole point.
They wanted
to lead, right? They're like, no, we're not those guys. I need LeBron. I need Steph. Like, I can do this on my own. And they're proving to everybody that they can't do it on their own.
And
they're not able to.
I've been saying, like, KD, I was one that said, yeah, that move to the Warriors, why are you going there? But same way, we all saw him win and stuff like that. So I forgave him for that foolish decision. I did.
I never did.
But then I was like, okay, so why are you going to leave them now? Why are you going to leave them? Yes, I was the same one that said, why are you going there? But why are you going to leave them?
I mean, you got a Steph agenda
sense,
too,
sure.
so I mean, that makes sense why.
Look, Steph won without him anyway, okay? I don't give a damn.
Facts.
But KD, you shouldn't have left anyway.
No.
Go and say it. It was perfect. And I understand Steph's team was the Warriors. That's Steph. And I feel like KD, like you said, Noor, he wanted his own. Right, but it has not worked. And to me, with a team that everyone was talking about all time, I remember the discussions. Yeah. Oh, can this team be the Heat? The early 2010s. Can they be the Lakers? Can they go on, a type of run like Kobe and Shaq? Can they go on a run like the Bulls in the 90s? Because you had all those guys, those three. Remember Harden? And then even with KD, Kyrie, everyone was like, okay, this is going to be the best duo in basketball.
Can they go on a run? Be the best big three of all time.
And I said, huge disappointment. Biggest one I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
They had Patty Mills, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. Their roster looked like the All-Star game. Like, it looked insane.
Craziest... Sorry. Continue.
Oh, you cut me off. It's okay.
Continue.
Why should I speak?
Continue.
Anyway. Lost my train of thought. But yeah, sorry. So they had all these amazing players on the squad, and to me too, I think that year when they all formed together, I looked at the team. It was the whole thing just about look at the paper, look at the roster, what are the names on the paper, and what does that make you think? And I'm sitting there like, this team is gonna, like, it was September, and I'm like, they're winning everything. Like, put your bets down, do a shoe, because like that's what you think with the caliber of talent like that on a squad. But if you're not able to manage that talent, what does that say about your leadership and your ego and you off the court?
Coaching was bad with
coaching was terrible.
With Nash, but even now, like, Jacques Vaughn is a good coach. So I'm also on the side of Kyrie should try to figure this thing out.
That's why
because they have a good squad. They have they just pulled off like 15 plus wins within a 20 game span.
That's why.
And they were balling with KD. They were balling with KD. They're deep. So I don't understand.
That's what I was just about to say. It's like, you're a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference right now with Kevin Durant. Has been out for a while. He's gonna come back. This is your best chance to win in Brooklyn. Now, if you want to leave in free agency, by all means leave in free agency, but at least try to make the best out of just this season.
And it's disrespectful to Kevin Durant, too, because you both gave up your teams to be here.
I feel bad for I'm wondering what he's thinking right now.
Yeah. Do you guys think he spoke to Kevin before?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Do you think so?
I think so. It would shock me if there was no discussion before this report came out that he wanted to trade. I'd be shocked.
And I'm assuming we're going to hear Kevin Durant wants out, too. It might not be come the deadline, but it'll probably resurface again. Come off
because at this point, Kyrie will not be a net.
So
next season,
Noor,
he's not gonna be a net.
Katie, the Raptors, are you on board for that now?
I'm on. Bored.
After all that resistance,
Masai, pick
after
up
all
the
that
phone.
resistance,
Masai, pick up the phone.
after
Do what
all
you
that
gotta do.
resistance
We can.
before-
Would KD even want to come here?
No.
no, he's not gonna come
like-
here.
But the issue with them again is like it's just the mind that every GM will have about wanting to bring these two guys on, and it's do you trust?
I could
them
trust
with your
KD.
locker
I could
room?
trust Kevin Durant because I
think-
know
yeah.
when
He's
he's on
gonna
the
show
court,
up on
he's
the
gonna
court.
show up.
You know what?
Right?
The Phoenix option looks a lot better now with the Chris Paul uncertainty.
And there's something going on with Phoenix.
It's looking a lot
Yeah.
more clear with Phoenix.
They might be willing to give.
you know,
up parts, but
Dame's
I
gonna
don't
throw
know.
his hat in the ring too.
That's great. Guys, there's could be a bunch of
Yeah.
players looking to be moved as of next week, and we know the Raptors will be taking front and center of this entire
No,
dialogue.
you know, Kyrie Irving's front and center
I know,
now.
but like in terms of selling, right? Like if someone can give
Yeah,
the
if there's a-
biggest
if there's a
haul,
team,
it's the
everyone's-
Raptors.
okay, a team.
The Raptors are holding everyone hostage. Right?
Yeah, like
But the main story is not Kyrie Irving. What happens
Okay.
with him?
Duh. It's Kyrie Irving.
Duh.
Duh. I'm
he
talking
might
about
be
team.
slow.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about team.
The team is easy.
Who's the one team holding everyone hostage?
he
Four
can't
guys.
hear-
Four guys.
He's
Hey,
like the Raptors
relax.
are making
Yo, I
headlines.
get
Not
it.
on my watch.
No, you
want
don't.
Not on my watch.
You want the Raptors to be mentioned on ESPN, right?
No, I don't
NBA
give a
Live.
damn about
First
it.
take. Yo, Stephen A. Please mention Pascal Siakam's name once.
Bro.
You know what your problem is? You're such a hater that
I'm
we
not
look
a
at
hater.
you. We look at you like we don't take you
I'm
seriously at
not
all.
a
I'm not a hater.
hater.
I'm not a hater. We don't take you
Relax,
seriously
guys.
whatsoever.
Friday. It's
But
Friday. Kyrie Irving.
contrary,
Bro, I'm chilling. I'm just saying
No,
who out of the Toronto is the number one team right
I
now.
know that. I know that. I'm just trolling you guys.
contrary to what Justin
on.
has to say on
These
here.
guys on YouTube know I'm a troll too. Like these guys
Justin,
know
no
I-
one knows you like that. What are you talking about?
They can watch if you know I'm a
Oh,
troll.
my boys out there, they know who I am. Those
Love
two
you guys.
boys that watch my
Love
show.
you
they're-
guys.
He's like, yo, man, Raj, you know how I am, right?
Shout out,
Like,
wow, she's
the,
not
remembering my
friends.
the two freaking viewers.
It's gonna go
But
back home.
contrary to what Justin has to say, the Toronto Raptors are setting the standard for this trade deadline. But the biggest piece who could be moved is Kyrie Irving. We'll see how the league operates. Next week is the trade deadline week. We're all going to be glued to our phones, notifications on, sweat dripping down. Let's just see
Not
what
me.
goes on.
Nah, I'm not gonna be sweating.
Guys, fine, don't sweat. Fuck you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna sweat.
I'd be wearing that deodorant. I'd be putting that on.
Deodorant. I would be wearing cologne.
Yeah.
Vomiting everywhere, you
Nah.
know.
I'd be having the
nerves
fan
running.
on. Okay.
Nerves
It's AC.
running all over the place. It's gonna be tough. Don't listen to these two. They don't. Nobody cares what they have to say,
What do
but
you
we
mean? They all
care
care what we have
what
to say.
Shams and Woj will have to say as of
And
next
Jig.
week. So
I'm breaking
keep
the
it all.
Kyrie trade.
I don't know if you can even hear me as I'm talking with these two over me, but I hope you guys could hear me. I hope you could hear me ending the show, and we will see you next time on Home Stand Parlay. 3 in the key, whatever we are.
Kevin Durant, you are not a Toronto Raptor.
LeBron to
Toronto.
Kyrie to
Mwah.
LeBron for the
You're done.
all-time points.
You're done. You're done. Okay, bye.